Hello everyone, welcome to an episode of the Magic Arena Run. Well, this is a new workshop. It's Rise and Revolt. Now, a lot of them are based on some sort of quotation from Felden. I probably should recheck. There was actually a web, not a web novel. What's a more appropriate term? There was a short story that was printed on the Magic website quite some time ago. I'm wondering if these were quoted from there or not. I'm gonna have to look back. But one way to comment on these decks is that these feel like historic, but as if we did not rotate standard recently with Eldraine and Teros. So if you take a look at these decks have everything that was from the standard before. So we got Ravnica Allegiance, some Guilds of Ravnica. We have M19, have Ixalan block, and that's pretty much it. And, oh yeah, Dominaria. We also get that. So, so this looks like a okay. Now this one's interesting. So, wait, bunch of flyers, ways to make your stuff fly. So that actually makes some favorable wins interesting. Actually, the combo of Pegasus Courser and combo Pegasus Courser and favorable winds is actually nice. Actually, also have this guy. Well, it's a one-shot deal, but it's still a 3/3 flyer for 4 mana, which is actually quite good. Also, classic Sarah Angel. Making Nezahal fly would be very interesting. So, basically, a very aggro white-blue deck. What are the rares here? We got Warkite Marauder. This is a very decent rare. Kind of negates one of your opponent's creatures every time it attacks. It's also 2/1 flyer, so it's not bad. Settle the Wreckage if your opponent's sites go antsy. Then there's also the Nezahal, the Goring Ceratops. Azors are mythic. There's Light of the Legion, and one Glacial Fortress. So yeah, this actually feels like a standard deck from the previous standard. Then we have Primal Fury. Actually, nice to see that we got 3 decks. So this one's also basic dinosaurs. Also more about getting a high power count. Got good stuff with Pelaka Worm, Silverclad Ferocidons, Carnage Tyrant. I miss this guy. This one's a good classic. Tally's okay also. Between that and Burning Sun's Avatar, it's a toss-up. I think it fits better here because we're not mono red. Classic Mythic Uncommon Charging Monster Sword. Banefires are other rare here, but otherwise it's about early stuff, lots of ramp. We're ramping into big stuff here. The white blue deck is more aggressive if it in a controlling sense. It has pretty much it has early aggro, late aggro, a control middle game. This one is more of early ramp with a little aggro, skip the mid game altogether, go to the end game. That's pretty much the play here. Oh yeah, there's also a Goreclaw. That's a rare, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's a rare also. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 6 rares I counted. How many rares does the other? Should have 6 also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, 6 rares. 6 rares and 1 mythic. So here we have the classic. Oh, this is the classic vampire deck from back then. So this was pretty much vampire life gain. So Johnny's Welcome, Moment Triumph, Nightmare Thirst for that. Haven't run that in a while. Nice to have at least 3 copies of Pride Mate. No Legion's Landing. There's a Paladin of Atonement. Never really liked this guy that much. It triggered off you losing life, not you gaining life. So how often this grew? Kind of weird. Let's see. Resplendent Angel, that's our mythic. So Skymarch, Bloodletter, Murder. Vraska's Contempts are other rare. Sanctum Seekers rare. Leonin War Leaders rare. So at least it's pretty much early and mid game. The late game was more for finishing up, but you had to set up early and mid. Herald of Fate, Epicure, Champ. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 rares and 1 mythic. So everything relatively balanced, but every deck plays quite differently. So yeah, we're definitely going to start this one. I'm going to start with Primal Fury because that's probably the one I can get most on board with. I will try all 3 decks. Maybe let's get one game out of... Let's see if we can get one game out of each. Maybe if we have time, we can... Or if I feel so unsatisfied with how one deck played out, I'll probably play a game with it. Well, nice to see that they're finally doing 3 decks. They really should do 3 decks every time. 2 decks is... And here I can say that there is a bit of a rock, paper, scissors component here. Ugh. This one's a horrible thing to keep. Like, I get this and nothing else if I don't draw a green source. Specifically a green source. I can't even rely on casting this, so I have to mulligan. Oh no. I guess we could... You know what? I'll keep this one. Only because I don't like the idea of mulling down to 5, though I probably should. Okay, we're already in the worst case scenario. Yeah, probably should have mulligan to 5. I think the decks had 24. Okay, Bishop Soldier. Not on the Johnny's Pride Mate, which is good. Unfortunate. We have to prioritize green mana. Actually, I should double check the lands. I'm pretty sure I saw 10. And you have to also remember that there is... I'm going to pull the trigger at least. But I know there are ways to pump, so they could negate this. Yeah, there was a way. Yep. This is... Yeah, this is probably a very quick concede. Especially if I don't draw... Okay, now we're talking. Have to play the Rejuvenator. Yes, we want to get the Timber Gorge. It's a shame... Well, actually, it's not too much of a shame. Because I could just play the Needletooth Raptor if it gets really bad. Our opponent has Murders, but he's... But he's not in the... Okay, so we got Charging Tusslodon. Deal stub. So this is a possibility. I could also just play Llanowar Elves into a Needletooth Raptor. Yeah, just play that out first. I kind of want to have more extra cards, especially if our opponent's not in removal man. Doesn't have the murder mana yet. Actually, I noticed, yeah, they have Moment Triumph. They did not have the other moment. So I have no way of triggering Enrage. I probably should just swing with it though, because even if it's just to nuke the Bishop, so... Actually, no, there's an interesting trick. I can swing with this one, nuke the Legion Lieutenant, it will kill the Bishop Soldier. Gains a life, I lose a life. Okay, so Charging Tusslodon's not gonna do it. Yeah, all these lands I'm drawing are not going to do it. So... If I swung with this, it just gets eaten by this. I need a way to remove the Legion Lieutenant, and... I binned one shock, so not great. I could swing with these two, but he just blocks with this. I get to snipe this, but nothing else great happens. I'm gonna pass. We have to also remember our opponent has settled the wreckage. Okay, doesn't have quite settled the wreckage yet, but we are bleeding life. Okay, there you go. Lightning Strike. So I can actually swing with this. See, our opponent blocks. Okay, he's gonna take 8. So that left a little dent. Opponent now has the double black, so he has Murder mana. Sanctum Seeker. So I'm going to ping the Legion Lieutenant to bring it down a bit, because we're gonna lose. Wait, how many triggers is this? 1, and he swings with 3. I can take them down, but my life goes really low. Oh, okay, let's see, because he will gain life off this. So okay, let's see how. I definitely have to... If he has another way to gain life, I then lose. So I will lose 1 life. I can nuke the Sanctum Seeker. I probably should. I probably should also. So I'm toast either way, but let's nuke the Sanctum Seeker. Yeah, I'm still gonna lose. I'm gonna have to hold both of them back. Does he have the? He has the Sovereign. So probably should. Yeah, that's good game. Because if I held this back, he would have swung with. He would have swung. If I took out the Epic here, he would have swung out. Yeah, it was still really bad. I was draw. What happened was I didn't. Yeah, I was supposed to skip the early game. I did not manage to do so. But you know what? Let's give this one another shot. Heck, that's also kind of what happens when you get stuck on 2 red mana for quite a while. And your lightning bolt plant fizzles out. Now, I'm just on that first impression, the vampire deck seems to be the deck to beat. Okay, I'm definitely going to play with this one first. I could use a 4th mana, but I can just leave up the mountain for a while. Then just play Timber Gorge next turn. Play Colossal Majesty. Okay. So plan is... Okay. This is definitely the vampire deck. There's no doubt about it. Okay, also got a choice of Lightning Strike, but I'm gonna hold up Shock. We have the 4 mana, so Colossal Majesty can... Oh, opponent is stuck. Let's play the Colossal Majesty. We will kind of have 1 turn to respond, and if I'm not mistaken, okay, that was also unsatisfying. But we've seen enough action from that deck, so you know what? Let's try another deck before I get too carried away. Let's try the Eternal Thirst deck. If we get into a mirror match, I'm gonna be a bit miffed because that means that even with 3 different decks, 1 deck was clearly much better. Well, I guess the key was that the green-red deck was supposed to be the good match for it, but there wasn't that much burn. The white-blue deck could have been a match for it, I suppose. I'm definitely keeping this. I will lead with Bishop Soldier first. Also, the nice thing is by leading with Plains, our opponent doesn't know which of the two... Well, actually, the deck sleeves are a giveaway. Darn. I will lead with Bishop Soldier. Let's bait out as many shocks because we know our opponent has shocks and lightning strikes. I would like a 3rd land because that... Oh, this Rejuvenator. Okay. So, another land would be nice. In fact, what I could... Okay, there we go. So, play a Johnny's Welcome. Play a Johnny's Pridemate. And we now have a 4/4, and it's outside the range of 1 burn spell. But our opponent does have big creatures, so there's a charging monster sword. We will take 5, but we can grow our creature to outrange our opponents. If you lost life last turn, we probably will. Oh, I have an interesting trick. So we gained 1 life, we gained 3 life. That's not enough to snipe the charging. And also nice to have the effect counter there. Well, it's now at 6 mana. That's definitely a Carnage. Oh, Tali. Interesting. I could play this first. That will bring this up to 7. Swing. Gain another life, bring it to 8. Okay, opponent's going for that block. So he takes 2, it brings us up to 8. I'm gonna take this out. Because even if our opponent gets 1 swing with the tally, 1, it will trigger our Paladin of Atonement. What did we lose? We lost a land. We kind of needed it, but opponent... Oh, opponent whiffed. Opponent goes for the shock on the Bishop Soldier. That's okay. No blocks. We'll take it because I want this to grow. Opponent playing a Needle Tooth Raptor, so we'll get something out of it. Just, oh, nice. So what I can do is I'm probably gonna just start paring our opponent's board down, so I'm gonna just keep attacking. So even if he burns our Sky March or our 1, it's out of range, so he will burn that. I probably should have forced him to burn the Paladin first before. Well, let's see if our opponent hits. Hits a Sky March Bloodletter. Hits a Lightning Strike, so okay. I gain some life, so brings it up to 22. Now, just opponent plays a Palaka Worm, so yeah, now there's a bit of a risk. I'm now tempted to hold back, but the scary thing is if our opponent hits a murder, okay, so if I swing with the Pride Mate, 13, 14, 15, 16, no, that's lethal, unfortunately. I have to wait 1 more turn. Call to the Feast would be great. Opponent is bricking, so that's a nice thing. Opponent's holding back, so that's good. Opponent plays Carnage Tyrant, so he hits all his big stuff. So I can play this and start pinging him down. It's actually gonna be interesting. I might play this because these guys all have trample. Well, this doesn't have trample. Okay, so if I play this, I go up to 15. Okay, let's be polite. Opponent has, so I need to be able to block this. I can chump 1, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I lose, you know what? Let's go for it. If I also if okay, opponent is now going to be 8. Yeah. This is gonna be a weird trigger heaven. Okay, so if I attack, yeah, just not quite yet. At least our opponent's not attacking with Tali, so that's one thing. The sad thing is, okay. Oh, now he's attacking. So he's gonna try to hit. Oh, he hits the murder. Well, there it goes. So I have to block. And it's such a yeah. This is the part where I say the opponent's such a luck sack and all that, but. Anyway, let's rebuild. Not so great as last time. I could swing with these, but I'm gonna hold out a bit. Oh no. Yeah, we're probably not gonna win at this rate. Well, opponent's also gonna start drawing a ton of cards. So, does he hit another murder? He hits our Sanctum Seeker. And he hits a Banefire. Banefire, but you can't... But if you're casting it off this one, Banefire's X equals 0, so if you only... Okay, so... Taking a big hit. Probably not gonna make it. Gain 1 life. Yeah, that's good game. We might get a few triggers in. But the fact that these cats also have lifelink. But if he kills our epic, manages to kill our epic here, that's over. Oh no, he's going. Wait. If he doesn't kill the epic here, hold on. He should be killing the epic here. Is it enough or not? Okay, 5. There's 3 triggers. Nope, it's not enough. Yeah, that's a good game. So yeah, that is how the green-red deck is supposed to work. Unfortunately, we have to be on the wrong end of it. You know what? Let's give the white-blue deck a try. So pretty much 2 mid-range decks now. Let's see if the white-blue deck, if we can actually last that long to begin with, because that's the theory. We have quite a bit of removal in Seal Away, Settle the Wreckage. Okay. So we have an interesting start. I'm definitely going to go for the Healer's Hawk turn 1. At least it eats a shock. And heck, if I can put a 1 with the wind in it. Okay, so it might eat a Murder instead. Actually, I haven't planned. Opponent goes Bishop Soldier. I'm gonna go Blade Instructor. Plan being, if our opponent doesn't have a Murder right off the back, I can at least grow the Healer's Hawk. Opponent goes Sky March Bloodletter, so that's a way to block it. Ooh, this is interesting. So the Healer's Hawk can now pair off against that. I won't be gaining life anymore, but I will be hitting for 5. That said, a single Murder ruins us, but it buys us a bit of time. We're about to hit 6 mana. Okay. Johnny's Pridemate. So we need to own another Bishop Soldier. We can delay 1. Do I want to just delay? It's not gonna grow too fast. I probably should be delaying this other one. Okay, we got the man. So we just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just need to draw another land. Opponent probably should have a Murder by now. The fact that he doesn't have one yet. He's gained 3 life. There's a Call to the Feast. Okay. So we got Pegasus Courser, so we have an alternate. At the least, the Pegasus Courser can eat the tokens. Opponent's also flooded out on land. We really need to hit Nezahal, though we're not going to be able to protect it. Okay, so it will grow quite a bit. We're gonna start eating tokens though. So it will grow a bit. In fact, it will grow way past the dino. Shouldn't we swing with these two? Yeah, forces that block, so problem is I'm forced to block the Pridemate. If he has a Murder, that's it. Yeah, no good luck for me this time. Well, it's Inspiring Cleric, so yeah, that's... You probably should swing with everything. No, mathematically I'm forced to block the Pridemate. There's not... I have no outs to it, so... And And I am a long way from taking our opponent out. Yeah. Really just need that settle. Nightmare's Curse. Okay. Yeah, in hindsight, we really should have just taken out the Pride Mate. So, there you go. We tried all the decks. We haven't won a single game yet. You know what? Let's give this one another try. Basically, what we're seeing is that all it takes is it's really about decision making. Sometimes it just takes one bad decision. Like in that previous case, I should have just taken out the Pride Mate. The Bishop Soldiers were sure they were gaining tons of life, but it was always going to be a 2-2. So we're up against the Gruul deck, yeah. And I guess we have options. Yeah, I forgot we had Disperse. At least 1 mana away from a Pegasus Courser is not bad. I'm definitely keeping this. So we have Seal Away's option. We have Disperse as an option. So our opponent leads off on Shock. There we go. Got our... And yeah, whenever this attacks, opponent goes Raptor Hatchling. I could just play the favorable winds. Yeah. I'm gonna just play the favorable winds right now. So, because our opponent can't answer this anyway, I could just hold up for these, but I don't want to. I want to save it for one of our. Oh yeah. Okay. So our opponent concedes because they kept the 2-lander and they got stuck. So it looks like, so if this is gonna happen all the time, I'm not gonna get much of a good video. Okay, this is the one deck I haven't played twice. Well, to be fair, the games were even I lost, at least those were kind of satisfactory, but the wins feel awfully sad, I guess. Only because our opponents keep ducking out. Well, this one's a definite keeper. Definitely playing this Bishop Soldiers first, especially if, oh, looks like the green-red deck is the flavor of the month. So no one's really playing the white-blue deck that much. It's really either this one or this one. So I'm definitely gonna lead Forsaken Sanctuary, Bishop Soldier, Bishop Soldier. We'll play the Legion Lieutenant much later, I guess. I would really like to get another land so we can do Bishop Soldier turn 2, Bishop Soldier turn 3, then dump the Lieutenants turn 4. Also note, okay, so at least it's not a turn 2 shock. And we got Murder if we need to, so we're definitely keeping that. I'm guessing the one other problem with these workshop events is that because they're so cheap, everyone's gonna concede. Okay, so I could just swing with this, trade it up to a 3-3. Yeah, that's fine. Because... So, also note that all our opponent's damage is pinpoint. There's no sweeps. So, opponent will... Oh, it's not gonna hold back, eh? So we definitely will play Legion Lieutenant. Now the interesting trick here is that we can actually snipe that Very good. That's a quick snipe. Okay, opponent plays Charging Tussadon. Still miss. I could just murder this, but I would much rather force our opponent to trade one for one. Sure, even if we take 8, it's not bad. I'm definitely not double blocking because, well, one will survive with 1 damage on it. But yeah, definitely not double blocking. I'm going to force our opponent to have the Lightning Strike. Oh, Banefire. Okay, that's better. So we will take... And to land or else. We'll take 8. Oh, opponent holding back, eh? And now we can swing with everything because our opponent's tapped out. And there. And to be fair, we were the one that was stuck. Though, I will say that though white-black deck had more counterplays. It was the more interactive deck. The green-red deck is also quite interactive on paper. Like, it had 3 shocks, 3 lightning strikes, Needletooth Raptor if you need to play, Etali to steal other stuff. So it was very playable. It wasn't that bad. In fact, let's give this one a try. Like I have, yeah. Let's spend a little bit more time. We do have quite a bit. Yeah, but all of these decks bring me back to the yesteryears. Like, actually, it's not just back to the previous standards. Back to the previous standard when I got into the beta. This one really needs a Land War Elves. Really needs a 2-drop, but at least we can chain stuff. Hopefully, we draw into our big guns. Because it brings me back to the time when, yeah, I just entered the beta, starting out with starting out with a bunch of the what do you call these? The pre-built decks. In fact, that was pretty much how I made most of my first videos. I would take one of the pre-built decks back in the day, build around it. Yeah, this one's a very horrible keep. I should look at this. Maybe. Okay, maybe I can think about it, but I want to save it for a Pride Mate. So I'm gonna play Elvish Rejuvenator. Hope I don't mill my big guns. Okay, not too big. Because the idea is I want to be able to play a Draconic Disciple or Rejuvenator into a Lightning Strike. Opponent's also so far not in Sanctum Seeker range. He is 1 mana away from Epicure range though. So we'll take the hit. Definitely gonna take out the Bishop Soldier. That's an enabler. Okay, can't push the Tally mana though. Okay, Timber Gorgeous. Yeah, I guess we'll shock the Bishop Soldier now because we know our opponent has a moment of heroism. So I'm more likely to just yeah, I'm probably just gonna trade for one of the tokens and chump block. Because even if we play out the Tally, I could just play both Draconic Disciples, but I'd rather... Yeah, we need to play a Tally. And we're bleeding a lot of life. Yeah, we need to hit that removal. But we're gonna... Yeah, we're gonna take 4. Opponent has to murder. Yeah, that's good. And we get wiped. So, well, I guess that's enough. Anyway, we did get our relatively satisfying game. You know? Yeah, we gave each one 2 times. In fact, I gave this one 3 shots already. I think that's about it. So that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. We saw the 3 combinations: white black vampire, some green red dinosaurs, white blue flying aggro control sort of. If you were to build a deck for this event, remember this would be the pre-shuffle. So it would be everything. It would be Ixalan Block, Dominaria, M19, Guilds of Ravnica and Ravnica Allegiance. Just those 6. What deck would you build? That's not in those colors. Probably the Merfolk deck. That's just a possibility. What would you do? Anyway, that's it for this episode. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Still figuring out the rest of my schedule, but it's nice that you're coming up with all these different events from time to time. So a lot of things can change. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe, everyone. Take care.